All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. I'm Ben. Thanks for being here. I'm actually going to turn on low light. So yeah, weird little thing that we're doing tonight. Helps with the focus of the camera. Hello, Brickable Cow. Moo to you. So I was approached by, actually, excuse me, our Lego user group. Hi, Greg. Was approached by Thundercloud Subs after we had approached them about being a sponsor for Brick Rodeo, and they wanted to know if we would work with them to come up with some Lego build thing for them. What do you call 100 rabbits jumping backwards? Is it a receding hairline? Is that what I've got going? Is it a play? Is it making fun of my hair? So anyway, I met with some of the head people over there. And for those that don't know, Thundercloud Sub is basically a sub sandwich shop here in Austin and around Texas. I don't think it's outside of Texas, but I don't know for sure. So anyway, we talked for a little bit, and they wanted to come up with something to be engaging and be fun. So the very first thing is, of course, making a submarine sandwich out of Lego. And I was like, what about like a submarine sandwich? So like a sandwich that looks like an actual submarine. You had Dairy Queen tonight. Funny story about Dairy Queen. I'll get to in a second. So I was like, yeah, let's at least start there. So I thought maybe doing something kind of like a mix between kind of like the Yellow Submarine set and the fish or the Ship in the Bottle set, where it's kind of like on a stand. But they wanted it to be pretty sizable, right? Something that could sit up on a shelf and be very visible and everything. So a couple feet long, 20 inches maybe. So I was fine with the throat until like I hit stream. I appreciate you coming back here. I took Sunday off because my voice has gotten generally worse. A week ago, I had a sore throat, and ever since then, I've lost kind of the ability to kind of hit high range stuff, which means no singing, which I'm really sad about. And see, this is a good piece. I'll start there. When I make voices at people, usually like if I'm imitating something or if I'm reacting to something, everybody's voice does that. Their voice goes up, and you could hear it right there. There's an upper range now where I just won't go past it. And I don't know if it's permanent, so I thought maybe I'd take the day off and see if it would help it. Just trying to see. So a lot of these are going to be, I'm going to go ahead and change the color of this to tan. And see which one of these, none of these can be tan. So that can't be tan. About that one. I don't think we got tan for this yet. Oh, we do. Okay, cool. That's going to be important. What's up, Johnny? So yeah, my voice is slowly going away. So I didn't stream on Sunday, so I appreciate you coming back today to this weird sort of design stream thing going on. So the funny story about, hey, congrats, Johnny has got his Dino Riders was added to the challenge, the 80s challenge, if you could turn back the clock. It looks great. I was kind of sad for you also that you weren't able to get like a movie of it moving. We're having a pickle beer tonight because it's the last one that I had, and I didn't know I had it. It was kind of in the back of the fridge. So anyway, go to ideas, Lego ideas site, look up that challenge and just type Dino Riders, and I think it's the only one in there. Ooh, oh, that's been in there a while. Yikes. So I'll get back to the, let's turn this to that. Get back to the Thundercloud thing in a second. The Dairy Queen story really was, my kids, I was born in Colorado, and there was a Dairy Queen like a block from my house. Not a block, but like it was out of the subdivision. Like as soon as you came out of the subdivision, there was like a gas station, a Dairy Queen, a dry cleaners, there was a strip mall, some other things in there that we didn't do anything with because it was odd. Now that I look back on it, they were... Hey, quiet! My dogs forgot that I came up into this room and they heard me talking. Oddly empty. There was a grocer over there. There was a Till Tuesday over there, which was like this weird sort of... And it was only open once a month. And it was like heavily discounted items. In a liquor store. But like most of the strip mall was empty. Now that I think about it, it was a lot of buildings because I remember riding my bikes through them. And that's a different discussion altogether. But there was a Dairy Queen there. So we moved to here and I moved to Texas. And the very first thing, one of the first things is I see commercials for Dairy Queen, the Texas stop sign. And I'm like, interesting. That's not really, it's not just a Texas thing. And so my kids, we go up to Colorado one time to see grandparents or whatever. And my kids see a Dairy Queen and they're like, they have Dairy Queens in Colorado? Right there, I can't, that sort of questioning voice, can't get that up there. I'm like, yeah, I grew up with them. This is the one I was looking for. That one, that'd be a good one. I can't believe these are in tan. Interesting. These might be very helpful for a larger one. So yeah, we had Dairy Queens growing up. I went over there at high school lunch for me was like a Reese's peanut butter cup blizzard. I was trying to put on weight. This would be interesting if I did them sideways like that. I grew up with Dairy Queen? No, I did. This would also be very good for like the edge of a bun. So back to the original reason why I'm doing this is they want to do... So this sandwich shop wants to do something engaging with the public. They just aren't really sure what they want to do. So we tossed over some ideas and we kind of came up with, I don't know why the software is so janky right now, with a couple things of like, you know, we'll have a thing in the shop. I say we, it's theirs. We'll, you know, have one of these models in a shop and with it will be a contest and little kids could build their own Lego submarine or their own sandwich or their own, how do you know, when you think Thundercloud, what do you build out of Lego or something like that? And then they could have like judges from the stores, you know, judge the entries and then winners get some free sandwiches or something like that. We're also thinking of doing some like brickheads people with like the Thundercloud shirt and have the little printed tile with a little lightning bolt for the sandwich company on their shirt. Because they mentioned minifigs and I was like, you can't print your own logo on a minifig. I said, you can print it on a tile or a brick and you can put that brick on a brickhead. Sort of gets around that. But absolutely cannot do it on a minifigure because it's trademarked. So this is the ideas. I'm just going to start kind of coming up with ideas. The main point is to figure out how many parts it would take and how expensive it would be. They were thinking of 2 or 3, put them up in 2 or 3 shops around town, have a media blitz to go with it. And just kind of go from there. So Honestly, I don't know how big this should be. So let's do this because they said 20 inches. So let's do a 32 by 32 plate so I can measure what 32 inches looks like. So that's 20 inches. So it should be that big. That seems right. Right? That's 22 inches. I should have some base plates around here. Yeah, that's a good size. 2 base plates is a good size. What's up, James? So yeah, that's a good size for just the sandwich, and then maybe a stand to go with it. A little Blacktron action there. All right, so let's put some bricks in here so I know how long this needs to be. I'm gonna do my Darth designer method and see. They don't have to be exact or even come in this color. Let's make it that long. And that is slightly off, and that's going to bother me. All right, cool. So is Dune Messiah going to be a TV show or a movie? I heard it was going to be a TV show, and they were going to stretch it out a little bit longer. So, but that's very cool. So the first idea is to make sure that this is the correct proportions for a sandwich, and then tool with it a little bit and put submarine stuff on it. Conning towers, fins, propellers, whatever else we want. And then maybe put a stand on it. So if it's this long, I would think that it would probably be about that wide. Let's just say that wide. That's a good size. Move all these pieces out of the way. Oh, they're actually going to do a movie? Okay. Okay. You guys got a couple years to read the books. It's going to take you a while if you haven't. Dune Messiah is pretty hefty. So these are probably going to be too small. But, I don't know, maybe. These, honestly, wouldn't be too bad. That might be too big. Where's the smaller version? This would be pretty good. With one of these on top of it. Something like that. Maybe 2 of these. So, this with maybe one of these. Well, if they make Dune Messiah, that will be the trilogy. That would be the... So I think what I read from Villeneuve is that he wants to do Paul's story, which would end with Messiah. Because then Children of Dune goes into the future with Alia and Leto the Second. And then at some point it's Ganymede, I think, is one of their kids. And at some point it's Paul's out of it. So I think he said that he just wants to tell Paul's story. I think we need this instead. But that's what I've heard. Also starting today was Fallout. So if you have Amazon Prime and can watch Prime Video, Fallout started today. I watched the first episode and it was pretty good. All right, well, what is that? Is there a smaller wedge? Now that we got the width, I'm going to get rid of these so they're not stacking up on top of each other. I'm going to get rid of this, move this over, and then lower these all down here. Does that slope work? Yeah, but not great. Yeah, I've never played the game either. I played the mobile Vault game, but I never played. I watched a friend play Fallout 4. And I tried playing Fallout 76. Somebody gave me the game for free. They're like, you should try this if you've never played it. I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And I played it and I was like, I don't like this game at all. And they're like, yeah. I wanted to get your reaction without like leading you on about what it was. I was like, yeah, it's not awesome. But, you know, whatever. This might be helpful. I already got that. So, in typical me fashion, I think that's going to be too big. Let's make it this big. Would another set of these up on top. So yeah, watch that. It's pretty good. I don't know, like, if, you know, the story beats all line up or what, but it was very well acted. I didn't feel dumbed down to, like, talked down to at all during the episode. Everybody seemed sort of charismatic. Everything made sense. There was a scene with the I didn't know of all the like the backstory behind it either, like all the knights and all that kind of stuff. That's pretty good. So if I did another one down here, it's the ends of the sandwich. Cloudy and the Chance of Meatballs. I've seen that. I had kids. Slope curve. I need one of these to go here. So in doing some research for this, I tried to avoid looking up, because as soon as I typed in Lego and sandwich, I got a ton of like submarine sandwich ideas, including some people who had turned the submarine sandwich into a submarine. So I was like, no, back. I'm trying to go into this without having a whole lot of that going on. All right, so this should line up fine. It doesn't really. There, that should be. I need to get that more lined up. Yeah, these will need to be pushed up a little bit. That makes sense with everybody else. And back. All right, cool. Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs. What's up, Gloopy? How's it going? So, Watch that. Star Trek. Discovery has started up again. I'm gonna hate watch that probably for a little bit. What else? Shogun continues to impress mightily. It's a pretty good start. What do you guys think so far? Do I have some of those round brick? Do anything big? I don't. How about round plates? I have big. What do I have in? Show me what you have in big round plates. That's probably a little too much. Oops. I love how not round or different roundedness all these are. That's a big, so that's a bigger circle. But there's no bigger circle than this. But you could get a bigger circle by putting something else together, I thought. It's not these, because this makes like a rounded square. Be good for a piece of salami or something. Before I forget, now that I've got a bunch of tan pieces out here to make the bread, let's turn this off. And it's not called a splat, although that's pretty funny. I think that's ice cream cone. Splat. Interesting. What colors those come in? Lots of colors. Wow. All right, good to know that they come in white. I feel like this could be good for clouds or flowers or something. I mean, I'm sure it's just for melted ice cream. It is a gear plate. It's these big gear plates. And I think these would be good for lettuce. So if I stuck some of these, because I could get a green one. And it won't tell me how much it is. And then this could be green. That's 50 cents. And what color can this be? This can also be green. So I think poking out of the sides, these would be good pieces of lettuce. Poking out of the sides. So like a lot of the, like a handful of these running up and down. Let's find out how much these are before I go crazy. No items for sale. Cool. Is it price guide? Are these brand new? No, they're only 5 years old. It only comes in one set. Oh, that's why. It only comes in the 2020 exclusive, employee exclusive. Okay, well, that's why nothing's for sale. So, whoops. I'll probably keep that going. So this part is out in green, but I did see that we have lime green. So that could be something in there. And then these could be like stacked on top somehow or something. A couple layers maybe. However this is going to work. Like that. And 15 cents. Nope, that doesn't line up very well. Okay, so these line up great as gears because that's what they're supposed to be. but so far not really to stack on top of each other. Just thought it was an idea. I thought like a bunch of these together, kind of along the sides, would be good for lettuce, but we'll figure something else out. That's 50 cents. Okay. How much are these? 13 cents. And how many do I have? So already this is $10. 100 parts. No, 100 parts at 13 cents a part is 1, 2. Yeah, 10, 110. No, $130. Really? Oof. How many did I say I had? 112 of those? So maybe I'll find something else to do with this. Items for sale. Let's do minimum quantity of 50. See if anybody's actually got any of these. 9 cents each. At 10 cents each, so 100. Yeah, that's $10 for 100 parts, right? Yeah. So that's a lot better than I thought. I don't know why I thought it was $130. That's fine. All right, so let's go ahead and save this. Save as. This is for Windows 11 people, this is something I just now discovered. It used to be that you'd either use this arrow or these arrows to kind of go back and forward. You'd go up a directory or you just go back to wherever you were. So like if I wanted to go back to Lego, I'd hit up, or you could just wipe out the address and then do that. And then usually it'll complete and you can pick which one you want, right? But I also found out that if you just do this drop down arrow, it shows you all the files in there too, which I thought was great. That was a neat idea. We'll call this Thundercloud 1. Because I don't think I'm going to need more than a couple. If more than one. I'd like to thicken this up a little bit, if that's the right word. But nothing I really found was big enough. Like this was probably the biggest arch in here. I thought this would work, but it's not quite big enough. And there's no round brick. Any macaron that is... This is the biggest round brick thing that we've got, is this thing here. What's up, Missy? How's it going? So I'm going to leave these vaguely open, but at some point this will all need to be... let's actually let's make this easy on ourselves. How wide is that? That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 8 by something. 8 by plates. 8 by 16. I know these come in tan because I have a lot of these. What's the cost on this usually? $1? They come in any cheaper? Not really. What about the light gray? $2. So not that. I think tan may be the cheapest. White? Nope. Cheapest in the color, lime. Lime is 70 cents. Perfect. Because this is not going to be one that's going to be seen. Just going to do this a couple times. I'm good. Not much going on. All right. And I need one more 8 by... Looks like 8. 8 by 8. Yes, ma'am? You're about to take some NyQuil, so excuse you if you make a weird noise. It tastes terrible. Blech. Yep. I can already see something happened here. Why is this not going in where I want it to? Oh, it needs to go there. It needs to go away. Go there. Go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 by 8. Color does the 6 by 8 come in? Does it also come in lime for cheap? Just kind of trying to keep consistency. 3 cents. 5 cents. Perfect. All right. Not bad at all. So, funny thing happened a couple days ago. And I still haven't heard back from these people yet, but there used to be a lady. There doesn't used to be a lady. She still exists. But there was a lady who was part of our Houston group who also helped with the Brick Rodeo. And I don't know why that popped up. She moved to Colorado, and I think she's from there originally, so she moved back. And she's part of the Denver lug now, but she still helps out with stuff that we do for Brick Rodeo. And I'm sure at some point she'll back out of that and be like, I don't know what help I can be. I don't, I'm not even there half the time. I think she'll travel into town for the event, but not for like months ahead of time to set things up and things like that. Anyway, I get an email from her saying that the Colorado Preservation Board has approached them to build a capital, a Denver or a Colorado capital in Denver. And she was like, yeah, we'd love to. And I know somebody who did it in Texas. And so she copied me on it and was like, if they've got any insight or anything like that. I was like, I would absolutely 100% love to send you guys files or talk about whatever you need. Or, I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, yay, my home state needs me. These are 30 cents. What's a cheaper brick? Wow. 8. Without bottom tubes. Got to be careful with that, man. Almost want to just hide that outright and not worry about it. This is so crazy. So I'm wondering if bigger ones are cheaper. Nope, not at all. Now, these are all just estimates because they're all, I'm sure. I don't want that one. I don't want that one. I want this one. Just want a regular brick. 18 cents. So it becomes a matter of, do you want 18 of these? Or do you want 12 of another one, right? So if I do this, and then we'll probably have to do a 4 at the end there, versus, let's say, just one of these. How many would that take? And 4 at the end. So this is... Oh, I hate this. Studio is such a bummer sometimes to be... I don't know why it keeps jerking like that. So if it's the same, will it give me the dollar amount? Okay, so $1.40 versus 2... Oh wait, but I've got a bunch of those. $1.40 versus $1.12. So it's cheaper to do the longer pieces. Good to know. So get rid of all these. Because yeah, I mean, that makes sense. There's fewer, but sometimes you get a... you get a couple that are cheaper. And then a 1x4 on either side. Now, something that's not being handled real well by me right at the moment is there's a lot of open seams. When I build big things like this, I run into a lot of, like, there's a lot of 2x2s, right? Nothing really holding those together except these plates back here. Oh, well, that splits up pretty well. Okay. Never mind. That works. We're fine. I would almost want to shift these big guys and have like a 3 down here and a 2 down here. Or a 3 down here and a 1 down here. Just to kind of offset it a little bit. That may be something to do later. So the other thing I was thinking, before I forget, was like these guys as tomatoes. So like if those are lettuce, I'm just spitting out ideas right now. It's coming red. I could do like that. Just peeking out of the sides. It would probably be a real basic look of a sandwich, like an Italian sandwich. My favorite from Thundercloud is the Ladybird, and it's a chicken salad sandwich with jalapenos in it, and then like provolone cheese. It's really good, but that's going to be hard to replicate in Lego because it's a smushy sandwich thing. But I'm guessing that you could probably do like these pieces, plate round. That's the office favorite, is the Ladybird. Yeah, it's real good. I'm a big fan. These pieces might be okay if I could turn them. These would be okay if we get a few of them in between there. These would be good sticking out the sides. So these are all good. Those would be good sticking out the sides. It really depends on which, what colors these come in. So what I'm also thinking is we got tomatoes. They're a little thicker, right? We got lettuce. Of course, that doesn't have to be lettuce. We can do something else. Egg salad with bacon. That's the name of it. Nice. I'll have to try that next time. I like chicken salad more than I like egg salad, but I'll eat either of them. I'm not very discriminatory. So I was thinking this could be a good, and I don't think it's going to come in the color I need. It's not. So I was kind of hoping that it would be I could get one of these in like a dark red. Nougat's probably not going to do anything for me. This only comes in like a handful of reddish colors, coral and dark pink. Dark pink, maybe. That'd be an okay, like salami, or not salami, but like a, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it now. It's like a sausage, but I can't think of the name of it. What about this? Colors do we have here? This we have dark red, so we could do a couple of these as not really pepperoni. It's more like a knockwurst, as I'm thinking of, probably, which is a really specific thing to put on a sandwich. This is just straight up red. If we wanted to do tomatoes, we could do 2 of these or 1 of these, and that might be cheaper. But we'll see. So that could be a thing. That maybe, I mean, pink is a little weird in a sandwich. That's good, but it's only one size, or one side. And at this size, dark red too. So these would be good. Yeah, pepperonis. I mean, this could just kind of be anything. It could be a pepperoni. It could be a salami. Get plain ham and cheese at sub shops. Cheese. That's another thing we need. I think for cheese, I need pickles. Okay. One of these could be pickles. There's another. I almost wish some of these would come in green, but they would probably be prohibitively expensive. Yeah. Like I think a large gear in a funky green color or something. Well, let's do this. Let's, nope, not printing. Let's just do green. See what happens. And shut this all down. So these are available in green. So if I wanted to do a pickle, I could do one of these. Price updating, price updating. Prohibitively expensive? It's like $1 each. What about this guy? First US listing isn't in there and it's already over $1, but it's pretty big. $1.30. Okay. So I'll keep these in mind. That's $2. That's way too much. Keep these in mind for, what about, is there a bright green? No gears in bright green. Dark green. Or no gears in dark green. What about olive green? No. Just thinking of the greens here. It's probably about as green as I want to get with these. Okay. So, possible pickles. Cheese, which I thought maybe we would just do... turn this back off. I like how once you do it, it kind of kicks in pretty well. Plus, I also had something selected. Tile. They have those big tiles like this. Or even bigger like that. Or even bigger like that. These two do not come in that color, but this one does. What about that one? Nope. What about that one? Nope. What about that one? Nope. All right, so but this is pretty good. Get a bunch of these. Price updating. 6 cents. Cool. Maybe I need 20 of them. 11 cents, 10 cents. That's not too bad. So yeah, like 4 of these. Probably also do like a yellow. I think you could have 2 of these in that color, so you could have 2 different colors of cheese sticking out either side. Now, I've always liked something that Thundercloud used to do, and they don't do much anymore. And I think it's because there was a listeria problem with it. But sandwich places used to do sprouts a lot. Jimmy John's used to do it a lot, and I would add them to my beach club. I don't eat at Jimmy John's anymore, but is there these come in another color of yellow? Right now. So I was also thinking like Swiss is more of a light yellow, but I think yellow and orangish probably are fine. Because I think orange is too orange, but it might be cheaper too. No, $2. Yikes. Not using that at all. Okay, so these two colors it is for your cheeses. All right, so we've got some condiments going. And these are just going to stick out the sides. So I almost want to do something where it's not layered like this. Get rid of some of these guys. They're kind of in the way. Don't think I'm going to need some of these smaller ones, but we'll see. They could just be part of the sub. And then they just stick out a little bit. So they don't have to be these big plates. But what we could do, or what could be done, I say we, like we're all working on this together. It's the royal we. We do the second layer like this. And at some point, these might be replaced with portholes. I don't know how I would do that on a slope like that, but like a little window thing right here somehow. Don't suppose these come in trans colors, do they? No, okay. What about these guys? Nope, okay. And I don't want to get too far without cornering up the edges here, so that's going to be the next thing. But I want to get the idea out. If I do a modified brick, I'm going to turn this back into tan, so I'm not confusing myself. And so I know that I've got the pieces for it. Do these come in this size? Yes. So something like we put a bunch of these down here. And there's 2 layers of sandwich stuff, so maybe not even this, but... So we put these up here. I'm having flashbacks to the Capitol with all this tan stuff. And then we can put different tiles along here. So we could do 2 rows of this. And honestly, I would want to do 1 row where this is here, so it's offset. Like that. And then you could do just tiles. You could just do, or these little curved slopes like this, because these come in a bunch of different colors. You could do red. Yes. You could do green. You could do, and then I would probably want to do, yeah. What other colors are there? Dark red. Pretty sure you can get them in dark red. I'm pretty sure you can get them in light green or lime. I don't really want the pink. I don't understand what color that is really. Dark pink. It feels like it would be like a bologna or something, right? Dark pink. I mean, well, I'll put it in there just in case. And then the oranges and the yellows. So you could do that. Line the whole thing with it. And I think that would look actually pretty cool. Fill it in between with tiles. So you could do like, you could do a tomato here, like this. And it's just the idea that this is also part of the hull. It's just a different colored part of the hull. So let's do plate. And all the non-colored things will be, well, let's make it real here. Red, tile, 2. Okay, so there's your tomato. And we'll do this 3 times, right? Let's do tomatoes on the ends and one in the middle. So where's the middle? I think that one. I didn't get that plate. Okay, and then same thing. Do the lettuce here. Working on cataloging the Ewok village and taking it apart broke my first brown. Oh my god. That is such a, like, tell me, you know, where were you when kind of thing. Are there different greens for these slopes? There's bright green too. I think I want different greens for this. Because there's a bunch of different ones. Green and dark green. Perfect. So I like the dark green is pickles. The regular green is like lettuce. And then the bright green is something else. So I was doing... Oh, I wanted to show you guys this. I'll be right back. So I was putting together something today, and I needed a lot of big plates for it. A lot of big 8x8, 8x16, whatever. And I found a bunch that I was like, oh, I could use these on this one part of the background for the big model that I'm doing. And I put it on there, and I heard it. There's a sound it makes when you put it together, and it's that crappy brown mold that we had a few years ago. As soon as I put it on there, I heard it. It's like the click is too high pitched, like the squeak or the click for when you put the pieces together. Most of the time with plates, it crunches. Like you can hear kind of crunch creak when you put a real big plate on something. This was like, it was too high pitched. I was like, nope. Went and got my brick separator, and the whole thing just like 3 or 4 pieces just shattered. So I went and got all of them out of my my big bucket of like 8x8 or 6x6 or bigger plates. And I just kind of went like this to each of them, like biting like it was gold. And like half of them shattered. And I'm like, I don't know what sets those are from. Like I can't just get on Lego and go, hey man, I just lost a bunch of different plates. I've been collecting for years. And I just lost like 3 or 4 of these 8x8s and 6x6s and 8x12s and whatever else. But so this is what I've been doing. So this is going to be, you've all seen the big horizon display, right? So this is going to be stuff behind it. So it's going to sit here like this, right? And then the platform comes up to about here. So I got to build down to that far. And then it's all going to connect together. And so like there'll be another little peak right here, and then it'll dip down and be like a valley-ish kind of over here. And then when you get to the other side, it'll be another mountain, but it won't be snow-capped. It'll be like kind of tan and a little more rounded to match kind of the red rock area over there. So yeah, this works really good because once you get some plates built down in here, this doesn't become as wobbly. It becomes very, very nicely stable. The problem that I'm going to have is that it's going to be 12 plates like this, and it's going to be very heavy. So I think what I'm going to do is break it down so it can be 6 plates, so I can travel with it and stack them on top of each other. The other thing that's going to happen is on the bottom here, so the landscape comes up to about here. On the bottom here, I'm going to attach a bunch of, I'm going to try to figure out how to do this. Technic axles, right? That stick out like this. And underneath the landscape, there's all these holes because it's all just built up with like 2x4 bricks and it's fairly hollow. So I'm going to stack that full of Technic bricks. So I'll have these long axles that'll, stick in like this underneath the landscaping. So I can just kind of sit them in there. And if they're stiff enough, it'll just sit there, right? With a bunch of different axles going on here. And I think that'll work. I haven't quite figured out how to attach them to this. I don't want to use pins because once pins are in there, I don't want to have to worry about like lining them up and having them snap in correctly and then undoing them. And I just kind of want it to be kind of sitting in there. The other option was to attach all these plates to like some light board, like go to Home Depot and get like some MDF or some plywood or something like that. And I was like, I don't have the tools to like cut out a piece of plywood to fit this and then attach it. So once this is done, then I'm going to figure out like an armature to go over the top to hang the Stormbird. So that'll be that's what I'm working on for the next couple months. And I might put clouds in there or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to keep it real simple. It just needs to be like 2-3 layers of plates and that's it. So let's center this a little bit. Just a little bit every day, trying to get it all done. That is light, and that is green, and that is dark green. So dark green, what is that? Bright green, green. There's really only 2 vegetables in here, right? Pickles and lettuce. Oh my God, that piece is $1. We're not doing bright green. Yeah, we're gonna, that makes my decision real easy. Just do a little pickle in here, like this. This should be perfect. So that's not 100% the way I want it. That's 3, that's 2, and that's 2 again, which means this isn't right in the middle. So if we do this, this should be off over here because it should all line up. Huh. All right, fair enough. One of these is going to be bigger than the other one. So we need a plate. What color? Let's be greedy. What color do 1x5s come in now? They do not come in green. So this is going to be a 2x3 or a 1x3 and a 1x2 under here in green. Hopefully that's not too expensive because I know green kind of gets pricey. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check on these parts, but I know that sometimes they get a little spicy. I don't know if it comes in that color. It does. 13 cents, not too bad. So copy this for over here. Oh wait, missed one. And then a plate under here that's dark green. And here that's dark green. And then a plate that's 1x4. That's regular green. And a 1x2 tile. That's regular green. So like that. So it's not going to look like real sandwichy. But I feel like making it the right colors and then doing something weird underneath it like this. So it still looks like it could be a machine of some kind. I think that would work great. All right, Missy, take care. I have tools to cut it down for you if you need. I don't think I'm going to need wood. I think I'm going to do it as non-construction as much as possible. I've got lots of Technic brick and lift arms and stuff. I'll make a tripod out of something to stick off to one side for the Stormbird. And if worse comes to worse, I've got a tripod and some clamps, so figure it out. I can kind of stick it behind the table. So let's go now with these. I don't want it to be sharp. We can just do tiles. And I almost want to do instead round brick, curve slope, these guys to kind of stick out a little bit more. For the meats. What colors can these be? Can these be dark red? Yep. Can they be... I don't want lime green anymore. Can they be orange? No, I just want it in this color. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plate by 6 plate, because I think these can come in dark red. Let's do 1 in tan. They don't all need to be dark red. In fact, they don't need to be dark red at all. Actually, yeah, let's just do that. In for a penny, as they say. Dark red, and then a tile 1 by 6. I think comes in dark red. This may get a little pricey, but and then I can just do plates of whatever color these come in. $0.05 and 6 cents. Perfect. Slices of cheese I feel are a little bigger. So I could do 1 color slice of cheese and another color slice of cheese over here. So let's see what's coming up. What's on the docket for everybody coming up? What y'all got going on? Any big plans for the weekend coming up? There's yellow. Finalizing my BR trophy, doing the color. Can't read that word. Color on it. I need to find out. So, do we have the bases for those somewhere? Because I think I signed up for 2 or 3 trophies as well. And I want to make sure I get those done. So I'm not thinking about them last minute. You know what I'm going to use right now? Without a hint of irony? Cheese wedges. Aw, yeah. They come in this other color? Yeah, they do. I'm going to break this one up a little bit. Give this one 2. And this one just 1. Cool. Friday at our Science Center in Pittsburgh is Titanic night. Saturday is working on planning the Hoth display expansion. So Titanic night, is that a group build or something? Or is it just like you're going to go watch the Titanic? This weekend, and I've got to remember because I feel like I'm going to forget, is we're doing brick Austin Maker Fair. It's a 21 plus night going over stuff about the Titanic, science of it, etc. Oh, neat. Cocktail party with learning. I may take one of these things out because I think there needs to be fins in here, but I could also do a 3rd layer with fins. I think one of the side things needs to be a fin. This Saturday from 11 to 4 at this place called Genesis Collaborative or Genesis Creative. It's basically an old church / school that's been turned into like a creator space. And it's got like printing labs and painting areas and textile areas, and they're trying to turn the whole thing into like a DIY hacker space, creative space kind of thing. So they're having Maker Fair is trying to come back into the public space by doing things. And since 2020 shut basically all their programs down, they've had like 1 or 2 small things here and there, and this is one of their things. And then they're going to try to do something again this fall. So they approached us to see if we, because we've done stuff with them before, and they wanted to see if we wanted to do stuff with them again. Okay, so I liked all these, but I think this is the way to go. So there's going to be 3 of us showing up to basically just like show off some builds. It's not going to really be anything. I don't honestly think there's going to be a ton of people there. I hope it's more than there were at the library, because the library was kind of sad. And I don't want to knock the library. They do good in allowing us to put stuff up there and everything, but they were very excited for like 50 people coming through. And I was like, that is not what we're used to. Even at the small library up in my area, they had a good 300-400 people coming in. Why did I have that? Oh, because I copied the whole thing. Okay, so if I go from here, I just need that. So I'm hoping it'll be a good amount of people. We'll see. If not, it's going to be 5 hours of us just kind of standing around talking to each other. So which won't be terrible. People that are going are good. They're fine people. We'll see how it goes. All right, this is a really good start. There is no way to get these. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I need to shore up all this under here. So what I think is going to happen, I got to make sure this is all attached. What I think is probably going to happen is, because this is a rounded thing, I'm just going to copy the top of it and flip it. So we're just going to do this. And then I'll figure out a snot brick way to attach that upside down. It's going to be the easiest way to do it, I think. In fact, honestly, the easiest way to do that is going to be, as long as these are all attached, there are these huge bricks. And this is what I used on my owl. These guys. Except I'm a little worried that they're really expensive. Let's say the cheapest one is yellow. At $1.30, the cheapest one's yellow. See, I wish the prices in the software were a little more accurate. So I need 5 of them. Does anybody have 5 of them? 8 for 43 cents each. So that's $4. Well, what about black? I know that black is available. It's about the same no matter what happens. Okay. No blue is in there. That's 20 cents to start with. That's way too expensive. That's way too expensive. So I guess it's red or no, wait, what was it? Black or blue? Yeah, blue. Black is just as, or yellow. That was the other one for some reason. Nope. Black. So it's going to do black. So, this is good because if this whole thing's attached, you're only going to need like a couple of these in here, like in between, with like some bricks pointing in either direction. So I'm just going to leave this out so I know to use it. But I only need like 3, maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 if I wanted to make it really stable. But you have to make this thing stable. So I don't want to keep flipping the camera over. So let's just flip the model and work on it from this way. My wrist really hurts. Yeah, I never heard back from those people. That's kind of sad. I was going to look up something. Now I can't remember what it was. Oh, yeah. I've been paranoid about checking my work stuff. And just want to make sure, because we got a CEO or COO that emails us at like 5:30 in the morning saying stuff's not working. It's like, not really there right at the moment, but let's see what's going to be the easiest way to do this. Those are not lined up. I can already tell there's little gaps in there, so I'm going to move these out until this is all put in place. They just need to line up with that. Yeah, I wished I could have lined that up better. I mean, I guess I could. Well, why didn't I do that? That would have made much more sense. And then I could just do 3 of these. One there, and one in between here. Let's put it right there. But yeah, it goes right there. That makes much more sense. Then this guy could slide down that way. Such a dork. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you guys are watching. I think Johnny said he might be watching it. The X-Men 97. Holy crap. This latest episode did not need to go as hard as it did. It went bonkers. The cheapest for this one is lavender. At 40 cents? I mean, all right. So there's going to be some plates in here that are like, whatever. Dude, oh my God. It was like, I'm not even going to tell you what it was like. I just think everybody should watch it. It was so bonkers. So now I got to repeat what I did over here. Move these, move these, move these, move these. Copy and paste an extra one here. Yeah, I was not okay after it. It was a little rough. And gutsy. I will say it was gutsy because I'm really hoping they don't go multiverse and like everything that happened during that just gets changed back. Because I'm like, nope, you cowards. Why do you do that? Why you got to be a coward? Really good. Really, really good. Some really good TV lately. Between that and Shogun, latest episode of Shogun was also kind of like real heavy. They did some good stuff in that one. Yeah, I don't. So there's a blink and you'll miss it moment, and this doesn't ruin anything. But there's a scene where it starts off in the sky and it pans down to the location they're on. And while it's in the sky and you see some fireworks start up, you see Uatu, you see the Watcher. And he's just, it looks like a cloud. It looks like a kind of a big, barely see it. Like it's like a Maersk blue and a medium blue, kind of just very subtle. And I'm like, wait a minute. And so I'm just kind of like watching it, you know, kind of thing. And I look at the center of the screen when you watch it, nothing's really jumping around. My eyes aren't jumping around. And then it pans down. So I look down, but in the corner of my eye, I catch this thing and I'm like, wait, and I rewind it. I'm like, that's the Watcher, which means some shit's about to go down. And it did. So just crazy. Really appreciated what they did. All right, so I'm going to do some more piece comparison. I hate when the software does this. Rotates the little... What good is that for? What is that for? Who benefits from that? I mean, really. So I know there are 2x16 plates. And the cheapest color is probably white or gray. I wish I knew how much these were. I have to keep checking all the prices on all these. 2 cents. I can get one of them for 2 cents here in the US. How about if I need 8 of them? Does anybody have like 8? At 9 cents. Or 10 cents. Okay. 14 cents. Okay, so not terrible. What are the other colors? Known colors. Dark bluish gray, light bluish gray. See, this is what I'm talking about. 14 cents, 13 cents. Okay, so it does get a little more expensive. You would think if there are more of them in black, it would be cheaper. And it is. It's all about the same. Black. White. Lavender. They have a 2x16 in lavender. I like how this says 34 cents. Okay. Bricklink. If you're watching, I have a 2x16 plate listed here. It says 34 cents. If I change it to black, it says 29 cents. If I come up here to the color, oh, it says cheapest is magenta. Never mind, I thought it said cheapest was white. How much is magenta? 19 cents? Magenta, really? Why is that so inexpensive? It doesn't look like there's a lot of them for sale. It appears in 894 sets. Oh, wait, no, wait a minute. Okay, so this is the difference. If you say, look at magenta, search, and then you say appears in those many sets, the first thing you notice is it sorts by color here, right? So it comes in a bunch of sets in white, like a lot. And then light bluish gray, probably not as many, but quite a bit. Let's just skip to the part that's important. You go down to the end, and it's got in sets. So black is in the most sets. Magenta, being the cheapest, is only in 10 sets. But are these like sets that like were very popular and sold really well or something? This is an Akuso set in the office. Magical Funfair roller coaster. That's so weird. All right, so it really doesn't matter. Like, just say it's magenta for now. A lot of these interior parts are not going to matter. They can be any color they want. I mean, when you're making stuff that needs to go together like this, make it whatever color you want. The 2x4 bricks holding up my scenery are a big rainbow like yours. The inside's just gonna be it's just so many colors. This looks like it's a 2x6. Just do tan because at that price no one cares. Although, does it come in magenta? It does, and it appears to be cheaper. Okay, so that's all put together now. I'm just gonna actually let's just do this. That and that. Okay. And then that, and this guy can go here. Bomb. Bomb, bomb, bomb. All right, so those are all kind of put together. Now we got to get to this section. I wonder if it might be cheaper to do 2x4 bricks right here, actually. Now that I think about it, now that I did all that work jerking around on Bricklink, because they're going to be offset, so that's going to be good. Right? They'll go in between each one. And then I'll only need like 1x4 plates in here, and then I could use these to go over the tops of these, which that's not going to do because it doesn't like me. I wonder if that's going to be better. Same with that. If this could be a 2x6 brick in here, like that. That might be better. Except I'd need a metric ton of 2x4 bricks, which is fine. Dark purple cannot be the cheapest brick. It can't be. You're so weird. 11 cents. I don't believe you. I do not believe you. Yellow. Surely one of these other like oh here, like, yeah. I think these will probably make more sense because I know that at one point the stores carried boxes of these. So we're just going to go with green. And if it turns out that's not the way to do it, then, you know, figure something else out. Oh, wait. I can't see. I need to go to Bricklink. Where is Bricklink located? Is it in California? I need to go to their offices and say, look, I need to sit down with whoever the developers are and really work with you guys on this because it's... I feel like the longer I use it, the more it degrades. Like the performance is just... Also, preferences goes under file, not edit. I feel like this was developed by a Mac person. Background color, render quality, outline edge. I need to be able to make the outline edges. Oh no, not that. There needs to be a selection. Like I've selected this. I need to be able to like change. So this, like the little blue line that goes around this, it's fine until you actually select it. And then it gets real light. Like real light. It didn't used to be that light. So now it's I have a hard time, especially if you're playing with blue or like this, it gets washed out. That's hard to see. Like from here, I don't know that I don't know what ones I've selected. And if I move too fast, the whole thing resets. Yeah, the site's regressing. The software's regressing. I'm really worried about it. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting to the point where maybe I'm making this too complicated, but they wanted something 20 inches. I feel like if I... And this is going to be mostly hollow. These can go back on there now. So like this one, let's flip this over and cover it. This is going to be the bottom. Kind of tileage do we have? Tile. 6x6. In tan, perfect. How much are those? $1 million. Tan, 33 cents. 40, and that's just in Europe. I don't even see them in the US, and they're already out of my price range. 85 cents, and it looks like I probably would need like 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 exactly. Okay. So 9 times... Well, this just set at $1. So $9 for all these parts. Yeah, almost $10. Versus... Doesn't come in that color. Ooh. With textured surface. Interesting. This doesn't fit anyway. It's just nice to know that it's out here. 2x6. We've got 2x6s. They come in that price. And I would need 6 of them. So 9 times 6, I would need 54 of these. And it looks like I would empty out most of North America by getting 54 of them. So let's say these orders, 20 cents each, let's say. All right, so the first thing that needs to happen is, or you could do 2x4s or 2x2s. That's not much cheaper. So in order to get that, that's 29 cents and that's 37 cents. 6x6 plates. First of all, I need to fill this whole area. So plate 6x stuff, 6x8, 6x10, 6x12, 6x16. Cheapest color, white. Price updating. Got so many price tabs up here. $1. So one of these in white is $1. And that's the cheapest price. Okay. So not that one. Also, wait. Also price updating. It's a penny in the Netherlands for one of them. I want these in bulk, people. I hate these shops that just sell like one of them. So, 10 for 20 cents. All right, let's do that. Let's just do that. Nope. 4x6. In white. And now, let's do our experiment with... So that's... Oh, my great giddy aunt. Said I needed 54. I don't think I need 54. I think I did the math wrong on that. I should have done 3 times 9 is 27. 6 because there's 6 studs. Brilliant. All right, so there's the bottom of the sandwich. Save. Get rid of that. So this has been a very interesting night. I've been having fun. Hope you all are having fun. Uh-oh. Don't want to delete it all. So now I need to do the same thing I did over here and like make safe the king. Okay. Change my cursor because okay, this is the thing. Now this is the 3rd time I've done it. Select. Selected all those. Control copy. Control paste. Oh, I swear to God. My life doesn't need to be this hard. Studio. Latest episode of the Bad Batch hit. It was fine. It felt a little... Wasn't the greatest. It was kind of a drop from the last episode. So I wasn't super happy with it, but... I mean, it was fine. James has sent me a message on Discord. Nice. Oh, I meant to ask, and I don't know if I got a... Yeah, I didn't get an answer. That's cool, man. Do we have the base plates somewhere? Like, does somebody have those? I need to, because I need to build I need to build like 2 trophies, I think, at least. I think I may have signed up for 3, which I'm like, I don't want to like volunteer that many parts. I don't know why I did that. But I need to get the bases. I didn't read it. Lori and Justin have them. Okay. I will message them and ask them to get... Maybe they're free Saturday and they can bring them by the Maker Faire thing. That would be swimming. And then I can start on those. I also need to do my lug build for this coming month. I need to do a little 16 by 16 tower plate. Oh, she had them at the tiny cramped library. Why didn't I say I was going to get any of them? No, I thought I signed up before the last meeting, so maybe I just was too busy being awed by all the people in the library. Okay. Oh, wait, no. Let's leave these because I kind of wanted... Don't think I'm going to need any of these, but I know they're available. And I know how long these are now, so I don't need that. I'm going to burn myself by not rounding out the corners of these things. I just don't know how to do that yet. Okay, so this is going to be flat, so I can use these guys as this piece. That should hold all those together. Yes, good. Okay, I want to stagger these. No, I want to stagger them against that brick. That's fine. And that's fine. And that's fine. So 3, plate of 3. Make a magenta, because, no, that didn't come in magenta. Oh, you done it now. Black's going to be easier to get. I need to be effing magenta. 3 black. And 1 black. Just to be fun. Lori had them at Tiny Cramped Library. That was a cramped library. So the next library we're going to be at is going to be Spicewood Springs. And it's the biggest meeting room of all the libraries in Austin. The problem is the time slots I couldn't get anything earlier than or later than noon. They had some meeting. They always have some meeting that goes on at every library at a different time on like the Saturdays and Sundays that I want to be there. Let's hide this guy so I can keep him here. Select all the black. See how this is going to work. Perfect. Okay. Show all. Coming along. So now flip this over. Boop, boop. And I'm going to group it for the time being. And I'll group this for the time being. And we're going to move these together and see what they look like. Let's get this a little more oomph. So hopefully this library will be a little more spacious. It is not going to take the place of Goodwin and Co. But if we need a public space and we're okay with like noon instead of 2, this would probably be a good hey, look, it's a Dune highliner. Oh, I didn't do this underneath here. So let's see. Oh wait. Submodel release. Submodel release. Yeah, it does. It looks like a really weird GR75. It's not what I wanted, man. How come I can't hide it? Hide. Show. All right. There is a large, mostly submarine shaped sub sandwich. Looks more like a Quiznos sandwich than a Thundercloud sandwich, but I think they get the idea. And if they feel like it's too wide, there's room to give a little bit. Like I feel like I could go 2 down on these. I could just kind of, you know, these all become 2x4s and these all become 4x6s instead of 6x6s. Like I can easily reduce this by 2. I just thought I'd give myself plenty of room to work with. Time is that? We got about 10 minutes. So, this is going to be interesting because I have to figure out how to get this guy to work. So these are all attached. This is all attached to up to here. To make it more... There's going to be gaps in here. To make it more stable, I think on top of these guys in the middle here, because these are great as flipped things inside here. But I can center it right. You have to figure out how many plates or bricks or whatever to reach that other bit. I think I might also replace these with these turned sideways. So now we'll have a full row of things flipped snotwise here, a full row of things flipped snotwise here, and then stuff in the middle to hold it, to keep it from collapsing in on itself. I don't want it to be too hollow. The only downside is this all gets turned over and it changes the shape and size of all this. So let's do this. Let's select all that. And it's going to be hard to do here. Flip this back over so I can gather my rosebuds. Gather your rosebuds while you may, Josh. I need another West Wing viewing. I'm missing me some West Wing lately. so that's all together. This might take a little bit of doing, and I'm almost done for the night. So let's just let's see if this how quick I can do this. So I want to replace everything in this row. So the easiest way is to, like, on your number pad here, you can change these dead on views, top, bottom, right, left. I don't think there's an underneath one, but there might be. So I'm going to do this dead on view. And if you zoom in and out, I won't change it. But as soon as you like change, like right click, hold and move around, it'll change your view. So, but getting, so like I want to select all of this stuff here. Easiest way to do that is to do this. And now I can move it all out. And I've got the whole row here. So that's all perfectly selected. So now I want to select all these, get rid of those. So those are all gone. I don't want to get rid of this. I want to move it out of the way. Because I want to flip these. So I think I'm going with the artistic choice of having, well, I could replicate it. It's fine. More bun on the bottom too. So if I do the same thing here, select all these and basically flip them long ways like that. Should still all be selected. So I can get these lined up. Good. And then what I'm going to do is fill this whole area with these. But I don't think I don't think I need to do too many by the looks of it, which is fine because I think these are kind of expensive. It doesn't even register as a price. Oh, because they're probably not that color. Let's do dark tan. Because I think I'm only going to need as many as I have here. But I need to have one per brick. What's the best way going to be to do this? So let's line this up again because I need to make sure that this all fits here. Just like that. Okay. Now this should still go back together here and here. The question is, do I want more bun on the top? So let's see how that looks. I'm going to move this out slightly. Get all this. Copy, copy. Flip, flip. Line that up. Then put this back up top. I think that might look a little better. It'll look less squished. All right, so the trick with these bricks is I only need as many as I have things that need to attach to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And in between each of those, I can just put a brick. So like, let's see how this all lines up. Let's put it all back into place and see where it shakes out. line up right there. So easy enough to just buy all that instead of like make a bunch of different things line up for it and all this kind of stuff. So, I mean, it's really kind of, it doesn't matter. You spend a little more to get the bricks you need and then it fits better, or you spend a little less and you have to make it work differently. You know? But for these, like I can go in here and say, there. I can just put them in between each of the brick above it, and it should cover most of that. And I don't have to use nearly as many. I think that looks a lot better. So now what I can do is I can go over here and I can select this whole side. Delete. Select this whole side. Copy and mirror. And just put this over here. Now I can flip this guy back over. Put him on top / bottom. Like I forget. I think this is top. I think the salads and stuff go on the top. And this should line up at the end here like so. All right. And there's your sandwich. It looks a little better, and I think it'll be a little more stable. I'll come back and put these guys in and firm up the inside a bit. So yeah, so that's a sandwich. I need to figure out how to close up the area around here. It's probably going to take a little more of these pieces in here. So we'll just, we'll figure out how to get some round tan pieces around that top for the bottoms of the bread. Rounder, more of these as condiments, and then it's off to make it more of a submarine, which means a lot of this stuff's probably going to be I didn't mean to add to palette, didn't want to add to palette. A lot of this will be removed in order to make a conning tower and fins and whatever else, portholes. So that's all for me. I appreciate you guys being here. Johnny and James, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, made a sandwich. So I will be back on Sunday. I don't know what I'm going to do yet on Sunday. There's a game Sunday, and we're also going to, I might try to do some Doctor Who with my friends, so I don't know if we're going to if I'll do a stream or what, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, in the meantime, I'm still working on the background for the Horizon stuff. I'm done making machines for it unless I decide I really want that rock breaker in there, and I don't really care at this point. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So take care all. Have a good weekend. Be safe, and I will talk to you all later.